Hello. Welcome to pre-market analysis on Wild Wednesday, September the 9th, 2020. It is currently 5:46 a.m. Pacific time in Southern California and approaching 8:46 a.m. in New York City. All right, let's see. Well, welcome everybody. Good morning, Mr. Craig. Good afternoon, Miss Michelle, and good morning, Mr. Wayne. Those are the early birds to this pre-market analysis, at least that have signaled their presence on there. We have 11 concurrent viewers. So good morning, Mr. B. Could we just do a quick confirm that you guys can hear me just fine, please? Excellent. Thank you. All right. Well, welcome to Wild Wednesday, folks, because today is definitely definitely as wild as it can get. Why? Because yesterday the market was bearish. We closed yesterday almost at low of the day on all of the indexes, and yet even actually in after hours, at some points, I think some of the index like UQQ was down 1% or so, and then it recovered a little bit. And this morning, it's all green, as you can see on the screen, as nothing has happened. If you have not traded in this type of environment before, well, there's obviously a couple of those things. First, you can decide not to trade because this roller coaster, I guarantee you, the most recent one that you have seen was February, March. Yeah. So pull the charts of SPY in February, March, and trying to ask yourself, okay, how would you have navigated those sessions? So today we are getting a glimpse of, actually since last Thursday, we got a glimpse of that, where pretty much the market is gapping. But it's one thing, let's say if we can even have, I don't know, traders a bias into the direction to say, oh, we finished bearishly, hence tomorrow is going to be even more bearish. Well, not always. Today is really the case for that, because based on yesterday, the so-called bias would have been bearish. We are not having that. Hence, again, solution number one, you do not trade at all, and that's perfectly fine until you have a sense of what's because as traders we need, or each one of us, we have a feel, or it could be wrong, but at least of what's going on how we can go about attacking the market. Again, it's all about having that edge, yeah, into trading. No matter how small the edge may appear, but having your edge will help you get something out of the market. The second way of dealing with that is, which that we have been sharing with the traders since last week, is definitely strangles. And because at least you may not always make money with strangle, but definitely, unless you knew, I mean, yeah, there's one strategy that could have gotten you all smiling this morning, because we have talked about in the past that if your strategy is go opposite direction of how the market is closing in the last hour, oh, my friend, you bought a lot of cheap calls yesterday, and this morning you're all smart. Yeah. Here again, there's that strategy. It doesn't seem like a fancy strategy or anything, but here's exhibit number one, where for you, everybody was buying puts yesterday, right? Also, until thinking that, hey, the market will continue in that direction, and if you apply just a portion of your account, you say, there's this thing about this strategy. Right now, you will be waking up this morning, and those calls, they were cheap. The calls, they have been cheaper since last Thursday. We kept saying that hey, and this morning they're proving that. So what happened in this type of week? If I don't know. For me, I don't know the direction of the market. When I tell people that, they think, and for the most part, it does not concern me as long as the market is moving. I do not lose my sleep. I lose my sleep on a lot of things, but not on the direction of the market. Yeah, because as long as the market is moving, I think I have a pretty good idea on how to make money inside of the market. So we have talked. There was a strategy that we illustrated back in February, March timeframe on SPY, which is on expiration days. So SPY, because we didn't, the market wasn't open on Monday because of the Labor Day, right? Or because of the bootcamp. We're having a bootcamp. The market decided not to trade on Monday. I like that one better. So SPY has had expiration yesterday, and SPY has expiration today as well. So meaning it makes it the number one instrument really to use, because since the expiration in time, we're not paying for that much time, right? So meaning the difference between, let's say, SPY and QQQ will have expiration on Friday. So the time component of the premium, it's inside under. Whereas for SPY, hey, my friend, you can use small strategy of SPY, $3, 6 points, 5 points up. In this case, this morning, you already have 3.5 points. Yeah. So meaning if you are holding the 339 calls, like somebody here who trader of the month, he must be in tune with the market, right? Mr. Craig is saying, I have a lot of SPY 339 calls. Let's see. Well, you're more than halfway through, sir, because now SPY is almost at 337. Yeah. So but I don't know what got Mr. Craig into that strategy, but if you struggle, all you want is that now SPY goes hard into this direction that they are going. Now, if, let's say, in this case, the market gaps up and then it retreats, you still have an opportunity potentially to sell them at the open, right? So if you see that the trend is not carrying on. But again, it's about positioning ourselves, really. So that's where the struggle. All right, Mr. Wayne as well. You see, there's this. We have these gurus here at Successful Trading, right? So Mr. Wayne also has 339 calls that expire today. So I think that's a great setup. That's a great setup because here I'm open, definitely, and I think and I have to know that they were cheap. We can take a look at the direction. So this is what we've talked about, and again, I don't know what's in the future, but I can tell you that we are to be prepared to these wild swings in this manner. There's one stock in particular that yesterday in pre-market, in after hours rather, it was definitely showing that. So let's switch. Let's go inside of or Power E-Trade and look at the individual stock, and then I will highlight that crazy stock that has come to be loved, or hated, uh, depending on how you approach it. So I want to switch here on my watch. So SPY currently is up 1% or 3.5 points. QQQ is up 1.4% or about 4 points, and XOP, the oil and energy ETF, it's up 1.63%. IWM, my goodness, that's one. If somebody knows what's going on with the small cap ETF, it has just been wow. But hey, that's another story for another day. I mean, that ETF is just in a funk, to say the least. So in here, okay, this is what I'm talking about. So the Tesla was the stock I was referencing. So Tesla closed at the low of the day yesterday, around 3:30. Yeah, this is it. How do we know that this is that here? This morning, and then in after hours, yeah. I think I may have. I blame it on me, folks. I jinx it because every time that I do that, trust me, I don't know every time, but it's happened. So in after hours, briefly yesterday, it went to 309, minus 6%. I don't know what was making it like that. Yeah, and I had the audacity of sharing that information with some of the traders on there, as somebody said they had puts on it. I have puts as well, but I strangled folks. Yeah, I'm no fool. Yeah, actually, puts work yesterday. I made decent money on Tesla for the first time in a while because I haven't been traded it. The last time that saw through, we tried to get a gangster trade on it. It didn't fail. So, but yesterday, oh yeah, I had made money on it. So the remaining contract that's left, I made sure I strangled them. So this morning, so this thing went from after hours yesterday -6% at 309. Now it's printing 352. It's your guess, folks. Yeah, this is why I tell you, don't trade this. This is what I'm telling you. Oh, you can't tell me, yeah, there are other stock. No, I didn't see any other stock that's swung that is swinging so widely between after hours yesterday and today. Yeah, a lot of them, Nvidia, for instance, for us, yeah, Quant was saying that expecting a gap down, right? Because they took this thing to 500 yesterday and then they drop it back to 478 around the close. So there's a lot of volatility in this market, folks. There's only one thing, and one thing that this means, right? There is opportunity to make money. The challenge for you and me is to position ourselves correctly, meaning that we set up trades such that whatever direction they decide to swing the pendulum, right, we have a chance, a high probability of benefiting. So yeah, I have strongholds on Nvidia, on Tesla. This morning, I'm not planning on doing much, to tell you the truth, because this market is just telling me that it's very unstable. So whatever that risk that's on, I'm going to let it play out. Then as the day advances, because we're Wednesday, options are going to be cheaper. I'm going to be looking for setup that are likely, again, with strongholds, of course, toward the end of the day to see what to make, how to generate a big profit on Thursday and on Friday. That's really the approach in this type of market, to first minimize your exposure. Yeah, there's this concept that we need to keep in mind, folks. We don't have to be invested in the market every single time, every single minute. But even if we are invested every single minute, we need to know how to manage our risk, especially in such a volatile environment as the one that we are gradually embracing. Just look at the last three sessions, folks. Last Thursday, Friday, and yesterday. And then this is what we are looking at on Wednesday. So take a screen of this. What will this look like in 3 hours? Or maybe even 2 hours. Yeah. So will this momentum, so this stock lost, how much did it lose yesterday? Almost 20%. So yeah, they could get this to gain back all of it today. So you can day trade that, absolutely. So in a wild environment such as this one, yeah, day trading, meaning you take your profits at the end of the day and you set up positions accordingly for the next day. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Used to love Tesla, hated it yesterday. It has multiple personalities. Yeah. Yes. It's a schizophrenic stock, folks. There are others who may have similar behavior, but first, we don't have to put up with this. If you can decide not to trade Tesla, trust me, there are other attractive. And now you have the skills, right? After bootcamp, I love the comment by Mr. Ace yesterday. Applying the knowledge he acquired at bootcamp to turn I don't remember the detail. It was 558% payout on a position he took on Etsy, I believe. And that was like within the first hour, if my memory serves me right. So that's in the Hangouts for the traders who didn't see that. 558%. That's pretty impressive to me, if you ask me. So you have in your arsenal now a set of tools to make the most of a market that's moving. Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Prince Gorta, who is hailing from Douala. Again, I didn't have a chance to confirm with him if it was him, Mr. Prince Gorta. But if that's the case, hey, hello, and to you and your entire family at Successful Trading, we definitely appreciate you greatly. So any questions this morning? So yes, we let's see here. Let's talk maybe. Can we go to charts? And yeah, let's go to chart. Let me switch screen here, Mr. B, as we are in early September. I don't know what my numbers are. I'm trying to improve every day, not only on my trading, but on my ability to deliver quality content in these pre-market analysis each and every day. So, and one of those is for me not to speak on a screen that you guys are not currently seeing. So let's go ahead and take a look on here, because some of you may not have seen this. I just want to take a look at SPY, all right? So because that's the overall market, or even QQQ, to show you what's going on in February March timeframe. Because so far, and trying to draw maybe some similar, I'm not sure in terms of similarity, because we had over a full month of that madness, if you will. So far, we have had only 3 days, yeah, of that since last Thursday. So where are we from a technical point of view? This is where SPY is trading. On the daily chart of SPY, we have been posting lower low every single day since September the 2nd. Yeah? That's the starting point. So we have a stock that has been posting lower lows every single day and lower highs, okay? Clearly bearish, yeah? So when you find yourself in a situation such as this morning, we have a gap up. All of these candles, they were red, yeah? So my friend, if I have a gap up here, the natural thing for me is to short SPY this morning. Or short SPY, meaning that, hey, this trend, something will need to happen in this for this trend to continue, yeah? I'm not saying that that you just take that trade, but keep that in mind, yeah? So meaning that as of now, SPY will have to do something extraordinary, not extraordinary, we'll have to do some decent again, because we had rejection yesterday at the EMA 20, that's 341. So right now, SPY is trading at 336, we said, right? So imagine that today, we go from here to 341. That's a fantastic trade on expiration day, my friend. 5 points. So if they decide to come and test 340 area, let's use round numbers, right? That's a great trade. That's a great trade. That's why I'm saying that, yes, this volatility may seem chaotic to you, but it's actually opportunity if you know what you're doing to make money. Because other than that, let's say if SPY is going to post a lower low today, imagine then on the other direction. So that's mean that SPY currently trading at 336 or 336 and a half. It will have to come and test 333. That's another 3-4 points in the other direction. You see? Just by that, my friend, I can go right now and say, okay, let me set up a nice gangster, and I'm going to stay clear of those level. I will go higher and lower, such that I'm not spending that much money on it. So meaning they are about 3.5 points in each direction. So for me, I'm going to say, okay, I go 5 points. Yeah, from the current level. So it's currently trading at 336 and a half or so, right? Hopefully it's still there by the time they open. So plus 5 points, that will give me 341. So I would say 342 to see. Yeah, those will be a little bit more expensive compared to yesterday. And on the downside, I will go to 330 to see if I can get those cheap puts. So 330 puts, 342 calls. This is a simple type of analysis that you can make out of this on here, because definitely look at the size of the candles. So on the 3rd, we went from 356 high, we opened at 355.87, that's 356 de facto, right? Went 14 points, folks, to 342. Yeah, 14, 11 points. So yeah, 14 points in this candle. Oh, I even have mine. Actually, come on, Telex, use your. Okay, you see? Okay, let me zoom in. Look at the guy, he said he's doing technical analysis. Can you see this? This is 13 points. At least that's what is led me to believe. This is almost another 13 points, folks. 1296. And yesterday, actually, we didn't, it only did 9 points. Yeah, 9 points. Between the high and the low. Okay, as of now, we don't know where the high is. Yeah, let's understand each other here. We don't know what the high of today is going to be. We just know the starting point. Yeah. So for us, with the starting points, uh, now we expect 10 points in average, over 10 points in average between the high and the low. So hence, if at 5 points, whatever that high will be, I'm sure to capture it. If let's say from the open they go 9 points up, I will capture it with if I take my strike at 5 points, and then similarly, if I take my strike as of now, we use a round number 6 points. If it go 10 points down from where we are starting, I'm gonna be in as well. If it just goes 5 halfway, yeah, this position still stand to make money for you. Let me see some of the reaction. Do we have any reaction? No. But this is where I wish that I could hear people. What do you guys think of this? I'm just doing a broad type of analysis. You have a market that's moving, so meaning that hey, you can set yourself up to take advantage of that. And what brought us here was to take a look at this madness in February, March. So let's go there. Sorry about for if you are a newcomer and you see a lot of, just a lot of. So this is the daily chart for SPY. The background color in there, if you are joining us for the first time, are the Fibonacci levels. So February, you see a series of red candles, folks. Yeah, were there days where we will gap up? Yeah, there were days where we will gap up, but and then maybe stay do sideways. But during those days where we will gap up, the size of the candles will still be as high. So here, for instance, this candle, a green candle, following a gap up, but it's almost, at least here from a technical point of view, you have this here which signal that the bulls, they definitely bought the dip on here. So for 4 days, but look at the size. So this volatility is it's just confirmed by the size of the candle. This candle on here was a $15 candle. This next one on here was another $15. See, for us, we have been doing $12, $10, $9 yesterday. That's what I'm talking about, that you have that opportunity. This is another $10 candle. A $10 candle on an expiration day like today stands, if you depend on the timing as well, right? If you time it right, it's actually going to give you a lot of money, folks. So if there's a time to trade ETF, aka SPY, because again, what's attractive in here, let me repeat that. SPY has expiration that are very close, meaning that we are not paying for the theta. Theta pretty much in this type of environment, theta ceases to be a factor. Yes, that's what happens. The options will tend to be a little bit more expensive, but that's fine, because what do you know? You don't need to be in the money to make money. Mr. Prince Gosh, I know all about that. He knows all about that. Yes. So this is get into this mindset. I'm trying to get you into this mindset of how to approach this market in this volatile environment. So today is Wednesday, so the next day is gonna be Friday. So yeah, you can do that today. I just went through something that we definitely can set it up today, because it's already up. How many points? 3 points this morning. All right. Who else? Mr. Wayne is saying this. That is good analysis. Oh, well, Mr. Wayne, we try to put traders in the right condition and disposition to take advantage of the market movement. That's really what option trading is all about, right, folks? At least the way that we approach it here, because we are not wise to it to tell people that, oh, such and such stock, because the news is going to come. No. Even with our alerts, we have told you many times, they do not know about the news. Our alerts are strictly looking at the candles and looking for a specific signal inside of the candle. So hence, that has proved to be very, very efficient over the last since this is week number 16, and where we have pretty much had uh, ma- many 10 baggers. I think the countdown last week was at like 41 10 baggers in 15 weeks, if that's a measure of anything. Any questions on here? So yes, they're returning to this daily chart. So this is how February went, right? And it's the general trend. So meaning, as of now, is it too early for us to start thinking of a long term? Because this idea has floated in my mind to be able to say, oh, can we try to anticipate something? Not quite yet. At least if we want to do it, let's wait. If let's say they rebound today and the rebound tomorrow, right? So you want to take that view if you don't know, meaning that hey, if something like this is to repeat itself all the way, right? So you can say, okay, fine. Let me maybe take end of October puts, yeah, to just have a protection from the get-go. But then, my friend, the picking of the strike, you want to go what, $100 or so? That trade, believe it or not, because the market makers, they know that hey, that's a trade that people can take. It's not gonna give you as much gain should that happen. That hey, if you are trading this properly on a short term, but it's there if you just want to say, especially if you hold a lot of stocks, right, as part of your current portfolio. We all hold a lot of stock. I mean, if you're an investor, you have been an investor in this market, we all own a lot of stock. So yeah, and some of those investments that we have, we don't have a way of protecting them. Like we're talking about 401ks and all of those growth. In certain growth, yeah, you can trade option, but not always. For the majority of folks, that's almost impossible, right? So hence, what happened in February, March, where our accounts will just be draining. But while our accounts were draining, I told people, remember, if you were with us at the time, don't look at your 401k if this starts. Focus on how you can get yourself a small amount of money on an active account and just trade accordingly. Trade accordingly. So for us on here, may I suggest that if let's say today, tomorrow, we come back and retest the EMA 8 345, that will be a great time, yeah? Because if we go to consecutive days of green or just posting higher highs, then the market makers, they will adjust the volatility again. The puts will become a little bit cheaper, and then you can set up something for, let's say, I don't know, you pick whatever. Last time, where did we go? We went to 200 something. So if we can pick 200 puts for let me guess, uh, November 5th, just a random date, yeah. Actually, for me, if in that case, I think they were gonna be expensive there. Then I will have to use a much lower strike. Yeah, if by now you don't know what November 3rd is going to be, no, but no. Some people are not in the US, so there's this thing coming on November 3rd in America. So that's gonna have this market spinning soon. So. Okay, folks, I think, oh, thank you. We had 25 concurrent viewers. Definitely wish that we said yesterday still holds, right? So if you are catching this pre-market analysis broadcast as a playback, please consider hitting the subscribe button every month at the end of September, starting at the end of September, end of October, end of November, end of December, at least in the foreseeable future. We hope that we can increase our number of subscribers to 1,000 subscribers, which is by itself is just, I cannot even begin to tell you. Obviously, I will have to do something, yeah, because right now I have my direct entourage that has been teasing me about going from 3 subscribers to, I don't know, how many do we have right now? Let's go here. We go here? What's analytics? You should be seeing the back end of our channel. We have 574 subscribers, folks. Yeah. So we're trying to get this number to 1,000. How long is it going to take? I don't know, but with your help, I'm certain that we can get there. And to make it worth your while, at the end of each month, we are going to make a drawing of the new subscriber to give somebody 1 free month to the successful trading alerts. So meaning you will join us, you will be able to trade in our room, and you will get free coaching as part of that. So you will get the entire package for 1 month of successful trading. So hit the subscribe button, because we know that there are only like a third of the people who are watching our content who actually are subscribers, believe it or not. Yep. Right, we have that on here. I don't have time to go through that statistic, because just like other traders, I need to give them the last 14, 15 minutes here so that they can decide, go set up those nice gangster trade as this market is moving. We have one final comment, Mr. Wayne here. I did notice that the one-day candle got smaller each day, a clearer indication that a reversal was coming. Mr. Wayne, what does that? What is that? You're talking about these candles here on SPY, Mr. Wayne. Just out of these? No, for a reversal to come, really, you see the so-called reversal. You need to be careful with that, sir. Really, trust me, because I just showed you, right? I just showed you last February, yeah. So was this a reversal? Because trust me, I left this thing here on purpose. So for this year, we had 4 consecutive days. So you need a green candle to start any type of reversal. So will that green candle be today? We don't know. So that's, I wouldn't really subscribe to that all, because the size of the candle, $12, $9, sir, is the same. Trust me. Statistically, it's not enough. So when we see a green candle like this one, yeah, but people thought that this was a reversal here, right? It didn't last, my friend, because this market actually, that's the beauty of it. The market can go down with posting green candles. Yeah? Here, this is a green candle. You gap down, but yet you traded green. But notice the lower wick. That's a characterization of really that volatile market. The lower wick, meaning that we hit a low and then they buy it up, just like they did. When did they do that? Look at the similarity. Take the time, but don't be biased. Look at the similarities in those candles, yeah, and don't jump to conclusion. Look, you will see a candle like this. Yeah, this candle is not a bullish candle per se. It just means that, okay, they found buyers at that level. So today we are gapping up somewhere here, 337, 338 even right now, right? But are we going to finish the day green? So if we finish the day green, that will, in terms of like the psychology of traders, then that will get more people most likely tomorrow trying for another green candle, trying to post a higher high than that. But will it last? Because just as you saw in February, it went on for 4 days. That's what I'm telling you guys, that folks, and I'm most likely I'm going to take that trade, yeah? So when we go around 345 or something, especially if we are able to make higher highs, yeah, so that will be the perfect entry to take a long short term, because the trend will still be intact, yeah? A day does not change the trend, folks, yeah? We are below all moving averages here on SPY, which doesn't happen that often. Most of the time when that has happened, look what happened. They have bought it up, but you will need more than, let's say, here, for instance, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it always starts with a candle. So are we going to get something like this today? We gap up, but we finish red. So let's talk about it tomorrow or after hours in the Discord. Because as of now, it's too soon to say. All for us we can say is that the market is moving, and we're going to trade that accordingly. I hope this was helpful. I hope you were able to get something out of it. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you, and we will continue to cater the content of this channel to your liking. Bye-bye, everybody.